there you are. Ha ha, I found you. Anyways, what do you think? That pole right there is not quite straight up and down. The peak on it is right. Anyways, that be the finished product. Now I only got to make 5 more. Actually, 3 more. Or 2 more. Because all I got to do is I got to mark the end pieces here. Because the boards will, they'll ride right up on the logs, which is good for me. Actually, what I got to do is, on the length of this thing, is I'm going to put crossboards. That way, the roofing boards are going to lay straight down. So I'm not going to cut this quite yet. But I got 2 more of these to make. These are going to be my centers. Right? Now, I'm kind of using this one as a template just for a minute. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start setting my boards up here, my logs, for however long I need them. I'll cut one, spike it down. Cut another one, spike it down. Cut another one, spike it down. And then when I get to the other side, I'll fix that one side that needs a small log like this. Cut it, put it in there, and then start putting logs down. And I'll be measuring the door as I go to see how many of these I got to cut. But I think we're going to be all right. So anyway, I just made this one as a template. But that's what it's going to look like. So let me stand back a little ways. Take a gander at it. My old fitting days. Stand back and look at it. Looks pretty good. Might need to go that way just a hair. But I think that's pretty good, right where it sits. I got to measure it off, make sure that it's all level and everything, level. I think it needs to go this way, just a hair. That way, to get the peak right. And I'll just kind of, halfway toenail it down. And I'm going to leave this board up here because or the little log, straight up log, is leaning against it, which is nothing. Because when I start putting the logs in there, I can go in from the front side. Choop, choop. Right? And I can move that, I can move the truss as I need it. But I'm going to cut the logs long. That way, when I, right? When I get those done, I'll have the cross boards, not the boards, but the cross logs will lay right up on top of all them logs that I'm going to cut. And then what I'll do is I'll cut small little chunks, stick them in there, nail, right? Just to keep the wind and rain and all the bugs and crap out of it. See how good I can get it in there. And when those are all in there, then I'm going to have to do the same thing on the 17-foot logs on the inside. They're going to be 4 foot something. But all I got to do is just make them up to the height of the boards. So what I'll do is I'll slide a board in there, see how high it is, thickness of the log, and then if there's any gaps, I'll go ahead and chink that in. So, but anyways, I just wanted to It's getting pretty close to lunchtime. Lunch today? Bud Light. So I've got some other stuff I got to get done. I'm going to leave that just the way it is because I like the way it looks. I'll kind of toenail it in so the wind don't knock it down or whatever. And then as I'm going, I can, I'll make the logs long. That way when I skip them all down, I might even be able to cut. Leave them long enough. What I'll do is I'll notch it all out, put them the length logs where the boards are going to sit on, notch them out, and then I ain't got to do anything. All I got to do is just sit there and take a board, mark it, cut it all off. So, quite a few ways that I can do this. But I just wanted to get a truss up to see about the pitch. Now that truss right there is going to go in the middle somewhere. The two on the ends, I like the where that crossboard is, the cross log right on there. It's about right here. So, yes, it's a little short towards the sides, but I don't think anybody's going to walk too far from the sides. So, be good enough for when they get the door put in there, because in all actuality, there's not going to be a truss for another 4 to 5 feet. About 4.5 feet. Door is not going to be 4.5 feet wide. There's no way. It's only got like 2. So the only thing it'll hit as it opens is the ceiling, which is no big deal. It'll open where it's supposed to, like straight out, and that be it. And I'll just take a little. I can either put like a piece of steel, put a little, make a hole on one side, and then bring it down with a little, and then I'll put a nail or something, or how about a U-nail? Put a U-nail in there, and I can put a little swivel on that thing and keep the door open. And then I'll think about getting a screen door and then the barbecue grill and, oh God, we'll have keg parties up here. Oh my God, y'all invited. Yeah, have a back porch on this thing. We'll hire a band up here. I don't know how we're going to get electricity, maybe just a generator or something. We'll get a good band, maybe one of them high school bands, you know, that kind of, they're just starting out and they really suck, but you know, when you're drinking, you don't care. You do not care. I'll buy Schaefer beer, or if I could still get it, what my biological father used to drink, another shitty beer, Falstaff. That or I go back to drinking what my family's drank for ages, my home beer, Coors Light, Coors, you damn straight. But, yeah, for right now, we are just having a blast. I just wanted to get that set up because it was going to take me time to do that, but I only got 2 more to go. Run the logs long because there's going to be a little log on the side, and then what I can do is I can snap a string line on it and just cut it all down. I ain't got to mess with nothing. So, I won't have to do none of it. Just snap a string line. The logs will be out there to the top of where those things are at. Well, no, I can't do that. I'll have to either notch the logs or string line them underneath where the long logs are going to be, where the boards sit on them. I'll have to string line it on the bottom of those, which is basically the truss, the top of the truss. So I can do that. I can just go ahead and cut them. Screw it. Run the logs out just to the length and wasabi! Can see that shit. Got a question for y'all. And it's a serious question. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Probably a couple cord, probably. I don't know. But, so how is your all's NFL teams doing? My girlfriend's team, and she's trying to get me committed to this crap. Dallas. We're 2-3-1. We suck. Dak Prescott is the best cheerleader we got on the team. Shit. I don't know how my Broncos are doing. I ain't been keeping up with them. For a while there, I was a Steelers fan, and when I was down in Louisiana, I was a Saints fan. So, with that being said, what are we doing? I could start putting them logs up there. I might as well. Just take them up, kind of get a rough guesstimate, bring the saw down, cut them, take them up, spike them. I got spikes. And they're going to be big enough around to where I can spike them. If not, well, I'm going to try and use green lumber. Just go up there, slide them in, and just get them set and start spiking them into that big old 12-footer. I got that spiked in. There's only one little problem with that. Where I put the spikes at, they're going to be right in the way where I got to chainsaw that damn thing. So what I'm going to have to do is I'll plunge cut it, cut the bottom part of it off, rock it up, break it, and then do a little bit of chisel work around the spike, and then take the axe, spike that thing down all the way. I got stupid on that. Put them in there, and I was like, damn it, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to do this. You know, what I could do is just draw that shit out, cut it right now. Just cut it. Do all that stuff before I put it. Any logs on there. That way it's done, it's over with, and I don't care. So, we'll just go ahead and do it that way. And then, the ends of these things are awful long. What I'll do is I will no, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm gonna have to cut them off pretty slick. Might have to just thinking. No, I don't need them. Because if I'm going to wear those long, it's no biggie. Yeah, just go ahead and cut them. No, I'm going to wait. I'm just going to run these logs long. Kind of wobby-jobby, a little bit long. 6 to 8 inches long. And then when I cut them off, I'll have, firewood. But, no, I'm thinking. I'm getting ahead of myself. I got to use my noggin here. Anyways, we're going to do great on this. Everything is going peach king and fine and everything else. So, I guess I'll bring the chainsaw over here. I'll run up there and start measuring away. I'll probably put an 11-footer up there to start. And then whatever it looks like, give it an extra 6 inches on each side. And then, if anything, if I cut them short, I can always, when I'm doing the the boards, right? I'll cut a plank as thick as I need to go up there. Here's an idea. So anyways, yeah, I want to get those cut, zapped off. So I'll just bring I got my marker on me. I just use the marker and with the chainsaw. Once I get the top one done and then get it all knocked down, then I can just go to town with the other ones. I'll just spike them on the inside, no problem. Because it's only going to take 2, maybe 3 spikes a piece. 3 for the lower ones and 2 for the upper ones, and the last one we'll deal with that one. Probably be just 1, but I'll tie it off on the ends. As I'm going, the low end of the one log, because it'll be like this, the low end. When it goes to the upper end, I'll go into the low end about that far, sink a nail in there, that way they don't move. Not a spike, just a nail. So anyways, here it is about 11:30 on a Wednesday. This is Mary's Friday. She's coming up here tomorrow, so I want to get things kind of ready for her. And start getting all these logs put up and spiked up. She knows that I'm going to work tomorrow, so probably tomorrow. Day after tomorrow is supposed to rain, so I don't know if I want to do the ting. So, but I got this little one right here. As you can see, that one's higher than that one. So I got to put a little log in there. That way when I start putting the other logs on, it'll be straight for my door. And I keep talking about it. I ain't doing nothing about it. I got a little log down there, but I think it's too big. And these right here, these were down the trail. There's a whole bunch of them. I just cut this one in half. So I get it over there. That's the end of the top log. Yeah. Where I cha-cha, right? Cut it off. Now, that is probably going to go for firewood. Now, I could do something really ingenious. I could put those boards up. And then I could get really stupid. And I'm talking stupid. I can make shingles. And have a wood shingled roof. How, may you ask, am I going to have any wood shingles? Well, what you do is, here's something really cool. Take these logs, cut an inch section off of them, just keep cutting them. Just ginsu that shit. Right? You make about 300 of them, right? Just whack, right? Then what you do is, go get about 300 2-inch screws, right? And you start your bottom layer, all the way across all the wood, right? You screw them down, right? Then you lay between them, right? You lay another one, and it'll be on top of it, and then the next one will be on top of that, next one will be on top of that. So you want like 3-inch screws. The first ones the screws are going to go through. Who cares? Whatever. They're down on the eaves. Who gives a rat's little crap? But the next ones, the screws will stay in the board, and all you need is one screw to lock them in. They just one next to another one, right? Then, and what you do is you alternate them, where you have one here and one here. Then you're going to have one here, one over here, and one over here. Then you're going to have one here, one here. So kind of like a shake shingle roof. But I'm not going to do that. This is not a really nice cabin. This is just for hunting. So we're going to do it the easy way. Yes, we are. Easy, easy peasy. Because I like what I'm doing in here. This is my miscut. So take that. It will become firewood. Firewood, firewood, firewood. So we're just, I was in here and I made a mess. Oh man, I made a big mess. See all this sawdust? I'll just grab up some handfuls of it, just like such. Big old handfuls. Throw it in the fire, it'll burn. It'll burn, it'll burn, it'll burn. It's a good fire starter if it's dry. But, as you can see, right? Kind of get right here. And it's 6 inches, maybe? Get my hat off. Look at my bald ass head. But about 6 inches or so. But anyways, when that's up, not gonna be hitting my noggin now. If I come over here, about, I don't know, 2 feet from the wall, that'd be head height. And I'm not gonna be walking right next to the wall. And even if I am, I can go lean out of the way or duck. About first, second time I smack my little head on it. So, and today, since I was using a lot of nails and my hammer, I got my nail pouch out. I can drive in things. Anyways, that was just, this is, I'm going to use it, but I got a shit ton of nails in it, and what I need to do is screws. Make it all good. That was just a mock-up. Now, I can make 3 more and do it all with screws. I just wanted to mock that up and see about how good the rope is going to be. So, from in here to in here, I'll be able to touch most of the ceiling. I won't be able to touch the peak for about 6 inches, 8 inches, something like that. I didn't want a tall roof on it anyways, but it's got the right pitch, so if we get snow on there, it'll hold a load, and if I need to, I can clean it off. It's no big deal. But we get some snow here, 2 foot. It's not all that heavy. So we're supposed to get a lot of snow. And if that happens, I'll just come up here and start a fire. It'll all melt off, yeah. So, anyways. What else are we going to do? Thinking about having lunch. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Bud Light. Brought up some beer and ice today. Ice them all down. So, anywho's and anyways, this be me. And we're having fun. I'll probably just start putting these logs on. So, until the next time, you all have fun, because this is a tool for a chainsaw. For me, I just pick my nose with it. So, anyways, y'all have a good one. I'll probably make another video. just to have fun. So anyways, this be me. You know what time it is, kids. See ya.